Hello, I'm Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to talk to you about this immigration that they keep talking about. We're going to fix the immigration. Okay, there's so much that they don't talk about. They try to justify, when I say they, I'm talking about our corrupt politicians, in which describes, I would say, better than 90%. And I can't understand there's such short-sightedness and their, how do you say, their thoughts and concerns for their own ass instead of the country that they're supposed to be representing and the people. It just boggles my mind. And like I say, I understand the people nowadays are they're so short-sighted you can't see but from one commercial to the next commercial. So, you know, I understand how all this system goes. But there are people out there that do try to learn and understand what's going on. And that's what a lot of the videos I make, I try to accomplish, try to give them another extra foresight on stuff that's going on. When it comes to immigration, let me kind of go backwards here a little bit. I'm half Chinese and half American. My father, he came over legally in the 1920s, somewhere like that. And now probably, I don't know, maybe half of my family that's come since then. It's funny, I'd say my name is Ma, my last name is Ma, and Chinese are one of the last ones that they really don't like Chinese coming into the United States. And it's been like that since the beginning of time, as far as I know. And now I kind of pretty much understand, because the communist Chinese really are kind of at war with the United States. So, you know, I can understand not allowing the Chinese in or making it stricter for them to come in. So I can see all that. But the funny thing is, I want to tell you how a lot of my illegal family members came in. And you put your name on a list for coming to the United States. And this list, it might take 5 to 10 years before you get this opportunity to come. And, you know, a lot of things can happen in that period of time. Maybe you'll change your name, change your mind, you might die. I mean, there's all kinds of things that could happen. And then what happens is you might change your mind, and what you do is you will sell your name to somebody. And like I say, my name's Mike Ma, and I say I changed my mind. Well, I'll get somebody else, and I'll say, okay, that's Mike Ma, and then he will come, but he's not really me. He just somebody's using my name, and that's how they would get over here. Or like somebody would die, and like say, you know, I don't want to go, so then they'll sell the name to somebody else and let them come. But that's a lot like a lot of the illegals in my family have came over like that. And there was some that came over wetback style, you know, crossing the border like that. So we've had a little bit of everything in the way of illegals coming over. And what's happened is they get here, they come here because they want to become an American. They believe in the American dream. That's why they came here. And the American dream is, Americans don't really understand what outside people look at when they see the American dream. But really, foreigners look at it as opportunity. This is the one thing that the United States has to offer the rest of the world can't, and that is opportunity. And that's why nowadays I'm so grumpy, I guess, when I talk about it and I think about everything that's going on, is we've lost that opportunity. With all the regulations and stuff like that, we've lost the opportunity. But still, they see it's a better opportunity than where they're coming from. So now they don't come here to become Americans. They come here for the money. They come here for the benefits. And this is the thing that I think everybody just kind of just right over their head. They just don't understand. And the worst is the liberals. The liberals are so busy, patting themselves on the back, thinking they're helping people, that they're blinded to all this stuff. But I'll tell you, that's the reason why I didn't like Reagan. Everybody makes a big deal about how good Reagan was. No, Reagan wasn't any good either. I say I'm 64, and maybe when I was a kid, Eisenhower maybe was a good president. I really can't say it. I know our political system has been corrupt for a long time, but now it's not only it's the political system, but the people in the system. They have no morals, no values, and that's why they want to please other people with no morals and values, in which that falls under illegal immigrants, the ones that come in here illegally. I know they don't even like to say they're illegal, but they are. They're illegal. And the thing that's funny is, why would you want someone that has no respect in our laws to come here and want to become an American just to get the benefits? I don't understand why you would want these people in our country in the first place. What good is it going to do to you as an individual? I mean, there's no benefit to that. And to us as a group, there's no benefit by having these people that do not respect our laws, and they're just out with their hand out looking for something. They're not contributing. You'll say, well, yeah, they do, jobs that nobody else wants to do. I would agree with you, but the problem is, like somebody mentioned in one of the comments in one of my other videos, they're dead-end jobs. Who would want to do any kind of a dead-end job? That's where you start. You work your way up. But it seems like illegals, that's pretty much what they stay in, is the dead-end jobs. And so we want people with an imagination. We want people that want to better themselves. We want people that will create jobs, create opportunities for others. And it doesn't seem to be going that way. It looks like we're getting less and less opportunity all the time. And we promote the idea of don't take advantage of opportunity. Just do what you're told. This is what we promote now. And that's why we're going more and more to socialism, communism, whatever you want to call it. Whatever it is, it's sure not Americans, for sure. But you need to keep in mind, these people that are coming in are just dead weight on our economy, dead weight on the spirit, the American spirit. They don't have the excitement and drive that we need to make this country prosper. It's not there. We're losing the fire in our soul, and it just seems like it's getting worse. And I'll tell you, you've heard this thing. In war, you rape and pillage. That's what they say. Okay. When you do that, what you do, when you pillage, you're taking everything of value, whether it's, valuable stuff or resources, anything that this place has. That's why you go to war, to take that. And then you do the rape. And the reason why you do the rape is you put your genes into their culture, in which destroys their culture. That's what's happening here in the United States. We've brought in so many dead weight type people, and they don't rape, but what they do is reproduce and weaken cultures. And I'm talking about all cultures. Now I guess we're getting to the racial part of this immigration thing, but it is something you need to consider, because, like I say, now the whites aren't even whites anymore. They've taught us to be colorblind, have no sense for this stuff. And then, I think it's funny, the black culture was, it's one of the first cultures in mankind. It was such a strong culture. And what they've done is they've allowed themselves to weaken down so much that they really don't have much of a culture now. Other than, like I say, they're weak. Finding a good black culture family, it's not all that easy to do. And then when the kids are raised, now they have to try to continue on. It's not that easy. And I'm saying that. You might think, well, I'm just out there spouting this stuff out. Well, I've gone through that myself personally. Because, like I say, we're Chinese. My wife was Chinese, and so we brought our kids up with the Chinese culture, and now our Chinese culture with our children was forced to be set to the side because they've been diluted down with some kind of no kind of culture, and no culture, no religion, no beliefs, all adds up to people that will open to anything, and that's why you get, like I say, the mixed cultures reproducing. I don't care if they get married. When they start reproducing, you're really messing up a rich culture, whatever culture it is. And then, like I say, they don't know. They're confused. They lose their religious values, and so then now they end up. They have no cultural values. They have no religious values, and the next thing you know, they look to the government to find out what's right and wrong. Like, what does the government know about right and wrong? The government can't hardly do anything right. So this immigration thing is much more stronger and apparent than what most people would think. It is a big deal, and they're allowing, it's like Reagan allowed those, I don't know how many millions of illegals to become legal. Now we're going to do the same thing right now. And they haven't even done their first responsibility, and that was to protect our borders. Keep these illegals from getting into the country. They can't even take care of that. And that's much easier than trying to fix this other kind of stuff. So really what they need to do is get our borders under control, and then once that's under control, people will leave because there won't be anything here for them. But I might be a little bit out of line on that because it might be too late. We've allowed our government to get so screwed up already, so maybe this is just going to be one more of the downhill kind of problems we're going to have to deal with. But what I'm saying is all of this is weakening our country. And when you let politicians think they're going to do something to fix it, you're really blinded to the whole situation. You really don't know anything. But like I say, illegals, if they want to become Americans, they will prosper and they will be able to become Americans. Like I say, my family has done that. So I know it's possible. And so we don't need to change the laws to make them. We need to enforce the laws so we don't get ourselves in this situation.